And that's just what it is. That's a coward. This person is a coward. Instead of trying to right their wrongs and fix themselves and go within and learn the necessary work, do the necessary work, learn the lessons, and come out on the other side of that, they're not doing that. They're just continuing to self-sabotage. This is present. This is what's going on now. They've never stopped. As a matter of fact, when you left, they ramped that shit up. They mashed full throttle on the gas just to cover up the loss they felt when you left. Because that loss was heavy as fuck. The loss is more heavy than them doing this shit. They have to. The magnitude of your absence is so burdensome to them. But they did it to themselves. Like, I don't like people like this because they did it to themselves. Like, you could have literally set your ass down. You could have set your ass down. You could have did right. It's not hard to be good. It's not hard to do right. It's not. Now we're going to clear up our future. I told y'all this is going to be short and quick and simple, and we're going to get straight to the point. Clear up our future. You have 7 cups here with hope. You have, you have choices here with hope. Choices is essentially 7 cups, and hope is the star. I feel like you have a lot of choices here. You have a lot of opportunities here, but you're not certain on. I just think you're being very careful as to what you place your time, effort, and energy into now. Like, everything that happened in the past, I think you're learning to lean on yourself and trust yourself, and this may be new territory for you, like where you're just like, you know what? Okay, I got myself in that situation. This you seem like somebody that holds himself accountable. But I feel like if it doesn't feel right, you're not gonna make a choice. And you don't feel like you have to make choices. I feel like you're trying to just flow. You're still recovering, you're still recharging, you're still I feel like you feel like it's safer to remain still now, even though you know you have a lot of opportunities, you can go in either direction. And I feel like you just feel safer to being still right now. And you're just taking your time to assess whatever is in front of you, whatever options you have. You're taking your time so that you can choose from a place of clarity and knowing, and not just choosing because you feel like you're forced to choose. I feel like you're taking your time. You're rather leaning on yourself or your own intuition to guide you through whatever this is. This is present. This is current. This is what I feel like you're doing now. I feel like you want to avoid distractions along the way. That's why you're remaining still. It's like kind of like you staying out the way. You're staying out the fucking way. You even stand. It feels like you're even staying out of your own way. And yeah, you're trusting your intuition to guide you moving forward. And if it don't feel right, it don't feel, and it doesn't connect with you on a soul level, I feel like you're gonna refrain from doing it. So yeah, you're taking your time now, and because especially like you got the four swords with the star, that is your healing. You're letting your higher self guide you now, and you're ready for that. You prepared for that long before you left this toxic environment, wherever the hell you were in the past. You were already preparing for it. I feel like you know to trust that the universe is going to guide you in this process, because that's what got you here so far. It was yourself. Yes, you were obedient within your higher self, and I feel like you know to trust that. And then you also know that the universe will support this journey. You know, and I feel like you just want to stay aligned right now. Stay aligned. You know, but you have your hopes, you have your faith, you have your hopes, and you have your aspirations. I don't feel like you're necessarily ready to just make a bold move, you know, or anything like that. I feel like you're just flowing right now. You know, and I feel like you're more comfortable with that than anything. Clarify choices and hope. 7 cups and the star. Why is it here? Oh, okay. Yeah, the moon was in reverse. You're trusting your intuition, like I said. This is just clarifying what I already said. Because the moon, with the moon, it may seem like, you know, illusions, smoke and mirrors, things like that. That's what hidden truths. That's what the moon usually signifies, and it popped out in reverse, and that just shows you that you're trusting the unknown. I mean, you trust your intuition, and things seem a lot clearer than they did in the past. You know to stay present and connected to your inner wisdom, and things seem clear to you. You are trusting your intuition. That is very strong and heavy. You have the Hangman, that was in reverse. You may feel a little triggered to hold on to some sense of control, because things may not necessarily be exactly, or you may not be in a position that you necessarily want to be in right now. But you have to let go. You know what I mean? You've already done that up to this point. You've already done that. Don't revert back to trying to control things, and don't start resisting because this hinders your growth in the process. Forward movement, flow. Trust the process. You've already done it so far. You'll be all right. Because you want to allow space for transformation to enter. You know, you don't want to revert back to old habits or old forms of old forms and methods and ways of dealing with things, with negative things, you know. But I do feel like you think about it sometimes. I don't feel like it's not very strong, it's not very heavy. I feel like you just think about, you know, like I said in the beginning, somebody feels uncomfortable before we even began to read, before we even did anything. As I sat in this chair, right when I clicked the video on, when I pressed record, I was just like, I feel like somebody just feels like uncomfortable, you know, and that's what this feels like. It's the same feeling now. So it's like you're uncomfortable with surrendering fully. Sometimes because the position you're in may not necessarily be, you feel like you need to do more, but then again, I see that you know, or you may be trying to resist this a little bit, you know. It's kind of like you did the work, now we here, okay, you know, maybe enough movement isn't happening for you, but it is. Aspiration is a page of pentacles. New beginnings, new opportunities. They're in the background, they're developing, you know, and you may feel, ever since you taken the initiative to walk away and to leave and to surrender, that things have been a little burdensome or whatever. You may feel a little, you feel a little heavy right now, you know.